Welcome back to the Watchpoint post show. You know how we do it on here, guys. Nothing but illustrious guests. And today, we got Fact Fiction from the LA Valiant joining us. Man, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good right now, honestly. I'm doing super well. I'm really proud of the team, really proud of the boys.
Yeah, man, congratulations. I know it's got to feel good to be able to come back here, make a statement here in the Stage 3 playoffs. But first question I want to ask you is, you guys had a week off, you know, to kind of collect yourselves before the Stage 3 playoffs. How beneficial was it having that time off to prepare?
I mean, we had like a whole extra week to scrim. We didn't take a lot of time off, but we took a few days to reset, and then we just resumed scrimming. We scrimmed all through the end of Stage 3, and then we scrimmed and just prepped a bunch of different strats, prepping for Spark, and it worked out really, really well.
It looks like it did. You know, it's crazy because I feel like you guys came in with all these crazy Sombra strategies and this composition, and since you guys have done it, a lot of other people in the league have done it too. Do you feel like you guys kind of started this trend?
I wouldn't say we started the trend so much as Houston started the trend when they beat Shock, but I feel like a lot of teams really saw after we beat Vancouver, they're like, oh, this is the real deal. Everyone can do this.
Interesting.
So I want to talk about you as an individual, right? Because you've got a very interesting history, actually, throughout the Overwatch League. So, I mean, every player comes into Overwatch playing it professionally with the end goal of making it into the Overwatch League. And you did that in 2018, but you got moved back down into contenders. It didn't work out for you on the Houston Outlaws. What was that process like for you when you got moved down, I guess, back into contenders? And what was your, like, motivation and mental state like at that time?
To be honest, it was pretty hard, like starting in contenders again, but I knew that I wanted to get back into Overwatch League. I knew that I had a lot to prove still, and I didn't get a chance to do much of that on Houston, and I knew that I was like a really, really good player. So I knew that I needed to step up and learn how to be a strong leader and how to create a nice team culture, and that helped me coming into Overwatch League again.
Yeah, I mean, it's night and day as well, the impact you've had as well coming into the team. It's been great to see, honestly, as well, because it's always had this hidden potential that Valiant have had, and it feels like you've unlocked it as well coming in.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that since you just mentioned team culture. When you joined the Valiant, they were in a, I mean, that was quite a slump, to say the least. Since you guys turned it around, and when you guys started to actually really win those big games, how has the culture in the team changed?
Team culture is like really, really easy to keep up while we're winning, but like Packing and the rest of the coaching staff has always instilled this that we need to trust the process, and like coming into the team, like it was like a complete mental reset for everyone on the team when me and Shax and McGravy joined, and it's really, really clear to me that we could recreate the culture by trusting each other, and Packing did a fantastic job of doing that for us.
I love that. I love it.
The changes that you've made throughout Stage 3 as well also involved Space, who's previously been one of the stars of the team. I mean, he was one of the MVPs of the inaugural season for the LA Valiant and stuff. And so him coming out of the lineup, I think, was a surprise to everybody before they knew how successful your team would be. And we recently saw in an interview that it was kind of his decision. There was an interview with Packing 10 recently where he was talking about the fact that Space had dropped himself down to the bench as well. So we can take a look at what those were. So he said, when selfless things like that start happening, that's when you know you start getting the culture in place that it's supposed to be in. That's when you really start seeing the big results and the turnarounds. And that was on Space's request for Shax to start over him via an interview on Upcomer. What was that like to have a star player request to step down like that? It seems like a drastic move, but is that kind of part of the reason that Valiant are so good, is because people are able to do that kind of thing?
Oh, of course. The fact that we have this team culture where everyone's willing to take a step back for the good of the team makes it super, super easy to win these big games. Like, we had this big meeting right before we played Shanghai the second time, and when we were prepping for Vancouver, and we were like, I don't think we can beat them on 3-3, so let's try something else. And Indy was the first person to volunteer and said, let's put Shax in.
With Space as well, and McGravy that you recently added to the team, what have they been able to offer even though they haven't been playing? Are they still actively involved in stuff behind the scenes?
Oh, of course. McGravy and Space spectate all our scrims. They hype us up backstage. They constantly provide feedback for us. It's like they do a little bit of a coaching role in that regard.
Just one last thing as well. We saw Shax actually play Diva today as well. And you just said that you had this big meeting and you were like, we can't beat these teams playing 3-3. And you've just beaten Spark playing 3-3 with Shax on Diva. I mean, what was that?
Well, we decided in this week that sometimes you're going to have to play Diva. There are some comps that you have to play Diva into. And so we split time with pretty much all 3 of our DPS players, all played Diva at one point during this week. And we knew that when push come to shove, we could clutch it out.
Yeah, you guys came up big on that decision too, because man, eating that grab at the end, Shax killed it. That was so clutch. Well, fact fiction, since you're one of the newer guys to the Valiant, we figured we'd test your knowledge of your new teammates, and with a little game that we like to call fact or fiction. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. First question: Custa is the oldest player on the Valiant. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
All right. Second question.
It is fiction.
It is fiction
He got it right.
because
He knows
I'm
it.
the oldest player on Valiant.
You're the oldest. Okay, cool.
Wait, are you? You're also 25, right?
No, I'm 26.
What?
Oh, you
According-
bamboozled us. We thought it was
No,
a fact.
the producers thought it was a fact.
Well,
Yeah, they didn't even take you into account.
Oh,
They
we're,
backed you.
we're actually losing this game already.
Yeah.
Anyway, second one. Fact or fiction? Space was a child model.
fiction.
Nope, that's a fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually modeled for
It's
targeted
gonna be,
snap as a child.
having a few words with you after that one. It's like, what, you saying,
My
saying
bad.
I couldn't be a child model? All right, fact or fiction? Agilities was a gymnastics prodigy in high school, hence where he got the nickname Agilities.
Fiction.
A little bit too far.
Totally fiction.
Too much.
Before.
He did
Right.
no gymnastics.
The Valiant's best map type this season has been Escort. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Yep, you're right. Your win rate is 71.4%. The second highest is 42.9 on hybrid. So definitely right.
That sounds about right.
Very good. All right. We're going to switch things up a little bit here and go to more, I guess, hot take centric fact or fiction. So my question to you is, Sombra Goats is better than 3-3 Goats. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but
You know,
okay.
there's no. Do you
Is there a bit
bet?
of reasoning behind it?
Because once you get the ult cycle going, EMP is just stronger than Diva Bomb.
All right.
Pretty solid.
All right, next one. Are the Spark the toughest opponent you will face in these playoffs? Fact or fiction?
Oh, this is hard.
Ooh.
Let's go with fiction. I think Shock and Titans are both extremely strong teams.
All right. All right.
Respectful.
Taking
Okay.
the sportsmanship round. I like it. I like
Appreciate that.
Class.
You are trained. I can
You are
tell.
class, my
You
guy.
are trained. All right. Fact or fiction? The NYXL were never actually an elite team in 2019.
Oh, Brent, you had to bring it back.
Of course.
Fiction.
Okay. All right. We can hash this out a little bit later. Don't worry.
Fact brutalizer. All right, here we go. Fact or fiction? Watchpoint, here, right here, invented You Hate to See It. It was us. We patented it years ago. Fact or fiction?
I have to say fiction because if I don't, Custa will literally kill me.
That's unlucky. I thought I'd hit a winner there.
I mean, the reason it kind of gives us a little bit of something to go with, you know, because Costa was going to kill him, you know?
And you would hate to see that.
You would
hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Hey, Zoe, she's on the ball. She's on the ball.